Bloomington Public Schools has embraced a best practices approach to grading and grade reporting. Stemming from research performed by experts in the field of effective feedback, Bloomington Public Schools staff have developed a grading and reporting policy that includes the following. It truly reflects academic achievement with an emphasis on mastery. It separates behavior from academic achievement, contains meaningful feedback, it is standard-based, and it reflects a consistency across schools, departments, and course types. For the 2013-2014 school year, TIES has made a few changes to its system to afford a foundation for an evidence-based grading policy. Please keep in mind this is a new TIES program, one that will evolve according to our district needs. As teachers, administrators, and staff, our thoughts and feedback will remain an important part of this process. First among the changes is the report card format. Now, the essential standard score is no longer being reported on the report card, although you'll still want to include that at some point in your course for a given trimester. The big change here is that the comments section is now being devoted to that separation of behavior from academic achievement. Now, the categories of attendance, behavior, and completion that now exist there can be further discussed in your PLCs or at the level of the building. There'll be a video a little bit later going into further detail on these changes. Next, you're going to see some differences in how MARC reporting is being done. Again, the comments section is being devoted to its separation of behavior and academic achievement. A video a little bit later will go into further detail here. Just take note that the Apply to All feature is going to make this change very simple. TIES will be preloading our grading categories as either 80-20 at the high schools or 70-30 for the middle schools. This is that summative to formative relationship that we've been working on for the last couple of years. Note that these categories can be edited so long as the 80-20 or 70-30 overall ratio is maintained. Finally, TIES now allows us to attach preloaded learning objectives or standards to every assignment or assessment that we make. So anytime you make a definition, we can now attach those preloaded standards. This is really going to guide us into the future for creating an objective-based or standard-based grading system. Additional videos will be going a lot more in depth into this new system. A website has been prepared to provide further details of these TIES changes. There you can find instructional videos that will be helpful with understanding and will provide some nice suggestions for making the most of Bloomington's research-based reporting practices. A preview of this content follows.
Another change this year is that behavior will be reported separately from achievement on report cards and in grades on TIES. Because of that, the three behaviors decided on by the committee to report on are attendance, behavior in class, and work completion. And the rubric is fairly straightforward. A 3 would be exceeding expectations, a 2 will be meeting expectations, and a 1 does not meet expectations. So at the end of the trimester, you'll report out on these three behaviors, giving a score of 1, 2, or 3. And here's what it will look like at the end of the trimester. So the good news is, hopefully you're noticing that the grad standard column has been removed, but instead of 3 comments, you'll leave 3 scores for the 3 different areas of behavior on the report card. If you are a teacher that would like to report regularly on behavior in TIES, there are 2 simple strategies to do so. One would be to create a category worth 0 weight in the grade book and report out just like you do with assignments. A second strategy is to go into comments in TIES and make comments based on how students are behaving in your classroom on these 3 categories. Both of these strategies would show up in School View and allow parents, teachers, and other staff in your building to see how students are behaving in your classroom. More information on how to do these strategies can be found in a video called Managing Student Behaviors on the TIES Gradebook Changes website.
Thank you for watching. At these website addresses, you can find this video and others in the TIES Changes series for this 2013-2014 school year.